Hello, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're going to talk about different ways of importing geometries from Revit to Rhino. Alright, let's start. The first step is really to open the Revit. Any Revit file will be okay because we're really just talking about the import. So here what I'm using is the Revit 2025 sample file where you can find from the C drive, program file, Autodesk, Revit 2025 sample files, and then architectural. But again, any file will be okay. We just need to make sure the unit, the project unit in Revit is consistent with the Run and Grasshopper. So here I need to change the distance into millimeters, the length into millimeters, and the areas into square meters, just to make sure they're consistent. And then the next step is to start the Rhino from Revit, because if you open the Rhino from your normal location, then you wouldn't really see the Rhino.Inside plugin in the Grasshopper. Now it's opened, and then we turn on the interface of the Rhino. Then we type in Grasshopper to start the Grasshopper, and then we're all set. We're going to the 3D view because it's easier to understand what's happening. The first and easiest way to grab Revit geometry into Rhino is through graphical elements. So under parameter Revit, there is graphical elements. Then we can right click it, select one graphical elements. We can select a wall, and then the wall should be already in the Rhino. Sorry, didn't select the wall. Select wall sweep, I think. Set one graphical elements, select the wall. So now you can see the wall is in, and then we are using a component called element geometry, which is under Revit element geometry. We connect it, so now you can see a wall. Let's use a panel. A wall in Revit turns into a closed view wrap in Rhino. And then what we can do is really we can bake it, and then it's a wall in Rhino. Here we can also do element curve. If we connect that, so it actually turns the wall. It grabs the wall basic line here into Rhino. Sometimes if we want to edit wall in Rhino, we can use this way to grab a wall basic line from Revit to Rhino. So that's the easiest way. Similarly, we can use element query element. Select element. Here, right click, set one or multiple graphical elements here, and also another wall here. Click finish. So we actually grab two walls in, and then we connect it to pick it. We can also select linked graphical elements here. So now you can see that linked building is in the Rhino. So that's the quickest and easiest way. which is graphical elements. We can also use the element ID from Revit to grab things. So every single element in Revit has an ID. The way to see it is under Manage, IDs of selection. So we can copy, and then we can input, we grab it, and then we can use element geometry again to see it. So now you can see that wall is in Rhino as well. So that's the second way to do it. Another way we can get more control of the elements is by filter. Because if you look at the Revit API, the way of selection is called filter. So here we can use category filter, family filter, a type filter, and a class filter. And then what we can do is to grab the element from the view. So what we can do is active view, and then there is a component called query view elements, which is to get all the elements visible in a view. So if we do that, we should be able to grab all the things that are visible in the current view. Another way to do it is query views, to query all the views in Revit, and then we can use a value picker here to pick the views that we need. In this case, we're using 3D. So once we've done that, we can connect the view here as well. Once we've done that, we can drag the filter here, type filter, category filter, class filter. We probably won't be using family filter just for now. We right click the category filter, so we can choose the for example wall here, and then we create a wall filter. We connect this filter here, so now all the elements here will be walls which are visible in the current 3D views. And then we can actually using the element geometry again to grab all the walls in the current view into Rhino. So now you can see all the walls are in. Another way is type filters. Under type category, we're choosing walls. Family filter, we can have curtain walls, and then or basic walls. For example, that wall here is a basic wall, and this wall family is exterior 12 green screen. So what we can do is type, we can find that wall here, exterior 12 green screen. Hopefully that's the right wall. Then we connect it. So all the wall type green screen are already in Rhino. So that's type filter. We can also change it to a floor. What we can do is floors. That's it. Now we have to select the floor type. So for example, what is that floor there? that floor is turf. So turf, we select the turf here. So that's a wall, not a floor. So just change the floor, and then we find a turf floor, turf elements, and now you can see all the roof turf floor is in. There is another sort of component which is quite useful that I want to talk about is the query element parameters. Sorry, not that one. Is the element parameters. So we can choose the elements which are all the floors we have selected, and then under parameters we change into model, floor, where is my floor, and then area. So once we've done that, we know all the areas of every single floors. This is quite useful for calculating the areas. Last one is the class filter. So here, if you right click class, it doesn't really give you anything. But what we can do is under elements there is a under filter there is element classes, so we can get all the element class of all the elements. Similarly, I think we're able to choose let's search it, double click search wall, so we can choose a wall here. So similarly, we create a wall filter, then we can connect it. Now grab all the wall here. So that's pretty much the common way of import Revit geometry into Rhino.
Thanks for watching today's tutorial. Please subscribe to support and check out my other videos.